It's Angel Yvette with Limitless Light. Welcome. I am here to tap into the Capricorn season vibes and let y'all know what energy that we're liable to be dealing with during that time and give advice and insight on how to navigate it. If you resonate with this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I hope that you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. And wow, it's we did it, 2022. We're at the end. So the Capricorn season begins on the 23rd of December, right before Christmas. So yeah, that's a time of shifting. So we're going to see what the cards have to say. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Here are the 4 decks that I'll be using for this reading today. We have our Oracle deck. The Oracle message is coming from the Power deck, the cards of wisdom. We have our main message for Capricorn season. We're going to check out the vibes with our spirit song. We have the Nightmare Before Christmas Tim Burton deck here for the sign groupings, the fixed, cardinal, and mutable signs. And then we have our clarification that I'm going to go into each sign with. So be sure to check out the timestamps in the description box so you can go directly to where you want to go, or just stick around, hang out with me, chill, and let's see what the cards have got to say. Awesome. Awesome possum. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these, see what comes out for the Capricorn season. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's see if there's any other messages. Okay, beautiful images. I'm just getting right into it for Capricorn season. Oh, we have 2 that fell here. I've been seeing a lot about divine feminine and divine masculine online. We have the 4 cards that came out. We have 2 yellow, 2 black. Very balanced. And I think that the past Sagittarius new moon, potentially a few past readings, really spoke of that balance, of retaining a sense of balance. Truth is on the bottom of the deck. Retaining a sense of balance. Under that is wisdom. Under truth is wisdom. Under wisdom is balance. Okay. Wow. So, yes, I think that as we transition to this Capricorn season, truth, wisdom, and balance are going to be key factors of this Capricorn season. Great, as we get into this new calendar year and everything. So, the cards from the Oracle that came out is Imagination. This is the image for imagination. It's very peaceful. And what's sticking out to me is always remember the inspiration often comes after reflection, after the seed of creativity is planted. Once you begin your creative work, the energy of the universe comes to you and imagination flows. Okay, that's imagination. Second, we got number 44, witness. This reminds me of my partner and I, Dawn and I, and Pop. We went on a road trip earlier this year, earlier in 2022, and just recently in November we went on a smaller road trip. And this just reminds me of all the sights you see, sort of like amalgamated into one, or that we saw at least, coming from the West and coming back to the West. For witness, I'm trying to really enunciate the word because of my gap. The answers that you find through the timelessness of spirituality and the innocence of nature offer the infinite. That's the end of the sentence, actually. Answer your own questions by reflecting on nature and conversing with your own sacred witness. So both of these cards talked about reflection. Capricorn season definitely is reflection. We're coming to the end of the calendar year and into a new calendar year, which will take a degree of reflection, introspection, just so that we can take new chances next year, take new risks, make new moves, and things of that nature. These two cards came out together, masculine and ecstasy. Okay? This is masculine. This is like the mountains in the back of the witness card, but if it was snowing, I feel like. And this is ecstasy. This is like a secret oasis in those mountains. Yeah, I feel like that the sense of water, purification, sense of refresh is very evident in these cards with this water here, this almost like I said, oasis in the middle of the woods here. And then, you know, it is winter, so all this iciness is definitely hitting me right now. Let me know how y'all are feeling. I'm not a fan of cold. So I'm gonna try to find what connects in these cards. But what I'm feeling is carrying your gift of consciousness from the heart of the woman, the heart of Mother Earth, trek toward the summit of higher knowledge. That's like reflecting and taking what you've gained from that sense of reflection and carrying it on into your future endeavors. Take courage and live your passion fully. So you would think that this sentence would come from the same card, but it's not. It didn't. The first part came from the masculine card and the second part came from ecstasy. I'm going to go ahead and try to lay them out so that you can see them all. If you'd like to screenshot, I do recommend it. Okay. Yellow is east, black is west. This is definitely giving me a sense of polarity. This is almost like the four seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. So this reading could be signifying just, you know, everything that comes in and along with the closing of the year, which is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to set these aside and we're going to pull the main message for the Capricorn season. Trying to like fan them out. All right, for the Capricorn season main message for the season of the goat. Okay, we're gonna see what the cards have to say with the Spirit Song Tarot. I hope it's all good. I realized I was kind of in close proximity to the mic, so I'm gonna have to probably do the shuffling on this side because it's I don't want to deafen y'all with the decibels of the card shuffling. While the moon, and this is the star and this is the moon. The moon is, they just stuck out to me, so, and the Page of Crystals. So I just thought I'd show you guys. They're both birds, which is lovely. The swan and the owl. I saw a beautiful video with the owl where some young girls on their like property, they were feeding their horses and they rescued an owl. Beautiful black girls. Yeah, 7 of feathers for Capricorn season. Ooh, Queen of Acorns. 4 of crystals. Anything else? Ooh. I'm not so sure. The moon is sticking out to me again. Mystery, intuition, strengthening our intuition. Camel, Knight of Crystals. We have 4 of crystals. So Pentacles came out. Following air and fire. So I feel initially there is, with the focus we have now, we're a lot of putting it into action. There's even water in this crystal cup, so we have all the elements here, which is beautiful. Let's see if there's anything else actually. I think that's it. Okay, in the bottom of the deck, I could not see. These cards, I don't keep them in any particular order or any particular way. And both of the decks are the backs of both sides of the decks, both the front right now and the back are covers. So they're bookended. Alright, so with the 7 of feathers, 7 of air, 7 of swords. This has to do with a theme that's been coming up, which is that of planning and our need to plan. I think that there may be a pause or maybe a resistant energy going into a Capricorn season that we feel and that we're going to have to learn to flow with and properly exert our energies, because our focuses are taking us, they're definitely leading us somewhere. They're definitely leading us to closer to our destination, I would say. Just make sure that sense of focus is not dishonored, so that when and if we do come to these places of resistance when it comes to starting the year or initiating our resolutions and staying consistent, we don't let that be the end all per se. Like I said, we're going to have to learn to go with the flow of this time. And that's what's going to get us the most reward out of this season. Specifically, we don't know what's going to happen. We know what's been happening the past 3+ years. So that really throws a sense of gambling into the situation of life, of living. But as long as we're doing those things that we're staying passionate, that we initiate and that we focus on, as long as we're sharpening that focus, I feel like when we do come up to these undulations and unsteadiness, these resistance times, it's going to be easier for us to go with the flow. You see, it's going to be less of a difficult time, and we're going to be able to allocate and discern and take with us what we need. Camels don't take more than they need anywhere, and they typically take as, you know, that's what's in their humps, you know, their sustenance. Yes, endurance. This is a Capricorn season may test our endurance, okay? The resistance that we face may come with a sense of either lacking control or not knowing where to exert our energy at any given time. So we may feel like we have a good, and I feel like this is potentially the energy of this past week as well. But it's almost like, you know, we're going along, things are great, they're fine, and then there's something that happens. And then there's another thing that happens. And all these things that are happening aren't necessarily how we envision this journey to go, or this part of the journey to go. It's not how we planned it. But it is a test of sorts. It's a challenge so that we can learn how to, I don't want to say cope, but how to manage and let things roll off our back. You know, otters, this might even be a beaver. They are furry animals, but they are aquatic. And the gift of evolution made it so that they can be this, so that the water just trickles off their back. We saw the swan earlier. It's similar with the swan as well. In the pre-shuffle, we saw a swan. If you didn't see that and you want to go back, by all means. But we're going forward, okay? This is a challenge to go forward, to test our endurance. That's what Capricorn season is feeling like. And, you know, I'm sure that may be an everyday situation for a lot of people. For me, it is. It can be, at least. It has been in the past. And it's not going to be easy, okay? The challenge also comes with a need for us to tap into our sense of creativity and our resourcefulness. We have resourcefulness here on the Seven of Feathers. Creativity is here on the Queen of Acorns. Because it's reversed, that may be a challenge for us to creatively approach these aspects of resistance. You know what? All of these cards have a solitary animal on them. Tap into your support system. If you're so focused on anything, you may be dealing with that sense of resistance lately or recently. During this holiday season, if you're getting around your family or your friends or your support system, don't be afraid to be vulnerable, okay? At the same time, people are people. People are going to be who they are. So if you receive some type of adverse response or reaction, learn to go with the flow. Again, accept it. Let it roll off your back like the water rolling off the back of the otter or the beaver or the swan. Okay? Excellent. So that is the Capricorn message. I'm going to see if there's anything else here with the clarification, which I always bind it and I tend to forget to unbind it until the last minute. So let's see. Okay, so I'm just taking the Five of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Sun was under the Five of Wands, but I'm not taking it. I'm not taking any of those. Alright, the recording got a little glitchy. From the clarification for the Capricorn season, we got the Five of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune upside down, or reversed. I always say upside down because it is upside down, literally. And then, excellent, let's see what these are. King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. Queen of Pentacles laying right in my face. So yes. Ooh, okay. We have the Ten of Swords. Again, the Five of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Hangman reversed. The Three of Swords reversed. And Ace of Cups. Okay. There's definitely here a sense of making a connection romantically, or just making a substantial connection to someone or something that makes us feel more secure. It'll bring more security. And it may blindside us. We don't even know it's coming. They had their eye on us, you know, type of situation. This Five of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is that sense of resistance that may come from us or that we just may face during Capricorn season. But there's a partnership here. I see it with the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. I see it with the Three of Swords reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed, even the Hangman reversed. I feel like since Scorpio season at least, there's a message of needing to let things go. And the way I read it was that we need to let things go so that we can have the space, to hold the space for something better, for something that's more reflective, going back to the oracle message, something that's more reflective of our purpose, of our divinity, of our worth. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Crystals, Pentacles. What was this? The Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Crystals. Someone or something is going to come in to show us and present us options. That's what I feel. Options, opportunities to expand. It comes from us going through the process of letting something go, which is beautifully depicted here with the Ten of Swords. It's almost like reaffirming our sense of identity with the Hangman reversed as well. We're not confused about where we're going. We're not confused about where we want to go, at least. Even if we do come to this point of resistance during Capricorn season, we have a greater understanding of what it all chalks up to. And there's a sense of working with things, working with anything that happens. I say go with the flow because it's a great term of reference. I do feel like it may be a little like, I may use it a little too much, but it's like gliding with the tide. I don't know. It's learning to understand that sense of resistance exists, or coming to understand that sense of resistance exists, to accept that it's existing, and to carry on, in a sense. And I think that when we do, I feel like this may be us having to make moves in relationships potentially, or in projects that we're involved in or seeking to get involved in, just relationships in general, that we're going to have to do a lot of the investing of our attention, of our care, of our resources, of our emotions. We may become emotionally invested in something. Don't let that be a distraction from whatever we're focused on, unless our focus is, in fact, that emotional investment. The King of Pentacles has ivy growing everywhere, all over his legs. I feel like he's ready for battle, but he may be a little entangled at this point. So I think there's a message here to not allow ourselves to sort of get stuck in this sense of resistance, in this non-production, and also to prepare, to be resourceful, creative, and to prepare. Yeah, even the King of Pentacles says to be prepared. He has his armor on under his garment. Stay prepared financially, emotionally. That's not to say stay guarded or stay limited, but it's really learning how to go with the flow. It's really learning how you can best go with the flow in case of any resistance that we're met with. There's a dove here. I don't know what doves symbolize. I think they symbolize peace. So being vulnerable with your emotions may bring a sense of peace. Having a form of reliable outlet to express ourselves is going to be important during Capricorn season, especially coming out of this like holiday season with seasonal affective, I think it's disorder, I'm not sure, that affects so many people. Check on your friends. Check on your friends. I saw a posting the other day, someone said, check on your friends who always seem okay. Check on your happy friends, okay? Because, this is kind of a rough period, especially with the past 3 years. Globally, it's been a battle. There is aspects, potentially by the next full moon, or potentially as a result of this past cold moon that happened on the 7th of December. The moon was sticking out to me in the pre-shuffle. There's a moon here. There's really moons in all of these cards almost, except for one. And they're different phases. And the one that stuck out to me was the full moon in the ecstasy card. As long as we're keeping our heads on straight and not allowing ourselves to be pulled into the negative feelings, negative responses that come with this sense of resistance that I feel is going to be inevitable here. When it comes to working with the energies that are presented to us, as long as we're prepared, we stay prepared, and we consider our resources, and we tap into that sense of creativity, I think that we'll be fine, because we got this. I feel like with the both the Queen and King of Pentacles coming out. This is a reminder of how resourceful that we can be. We are able to retain stability and still accept the undulations of life. It won't be easy, potentially, but it'll pay off in the long run if we're really focusing. Sagittarius season, which is coming to an end, is huge on the whole aspect of shifting perspective. And, you know, choosing to be happy, choosing to be solution oriented, choosing to tap into our creativity, choosing to tap into our resources. And I think that as long as we're doing those things, taking those lessons from Sagittarius season into this Capricorn season, we're going to be doing fine. We're going to get through this okay before Aquarius season, which is, I feel, going to be very, very substantial and fantastic. Already, Capricorn season in itself has the capacity to be fantastic. We just got to allow it to be fantastic, okay? Not every sense of resistance is necessarily a negative one. So keep that in mind as we go through these energies for Capricorn season. I'm going to go ahead and do the sign readings with the Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas deck in another video. So if you made it to this much, thank you so much. If you're looking to check out the sign readings, then you'll want to check the description box below for the link to that. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and I hope that you have a marvelous Capricorn season. If you attended the Capricorn season live preview, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did, and thank you again for tuning in. Take care, stay strong, you got this, you are limitless, remember that.